Good morning and welcome to Friday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. I feel like I should have made a list of all the things to address today, but we'll see how my memory holds and we'll go from there. So, I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum. Words of wisdom for your day, things to get things off to a good start, and our Practical Rebels group working together. Good morning, Joe Neal. Safe travels today, and good luck on the other end. Yeah, interesting times in which we live, and we had a powerful lunar eclipse this morning. So know that whenever there's an eclipse, good morning, Catherine, welcome, welcome. Good morning, Nancy, welcome. There's ample opportunity. It's like an open portal. There's tons of energy available right here, right now, for the next several days, in fact, until it settles into more of a regular flow. Good morning, Abigail. Welcome. Thank you for all the fun stuff. And today, here, we're supposed to get to 65 degrees. Unheard of in March. Good morning, Beth. Welcome. So I plan on taking advantage of that, a la today's card, which is Sanctuary. And we'll talk about that in a moment too, because it dovetails. Hang on a second, I gotta write something down. There we go. It was a snippet of a dream that just came back to me. Good morning, Ruth Ann. Welcome. Glad you're here. Welcome to anybody who snuck past me while I was organizing my thoughts. So, lots today. Lots. So first, let's avail ourselves of the huge amount of energy that's available for the light, for doing good, etc. So let's start with just taking a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, setting the intention that we're drawing in that healing light that's swirling around us. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And as we go through the card today and the things we're going to talk about today, continuing to draw in that healing light. And taking a moment to tap in through the nose, out through the mouth, putting ourselves in a place of sanctuary, tranquility within, regardless of what's swirling around us, putting ourselves in the divine space, the sacred space within, the kind and loving space within. And we'll talk more about that with the sanctuary card. But we've used this before in terms of standing in that open space, that meadow, with the light shining down on us, filling us, creating open space, open field, where all is possible, where we can work with and address the shadows. So, to begin, I'd like you to rub your hands together. First, we're going to send out some healing energy. We're sending out healing energy. Good morning, Bobby. We are just sending out some healing energy. Good morning, Mel. Interesting, as soon as we start sending out healing energy, you two pop on. That's fabulous. Good morning, Gwen. Welcome, welcome. So we're sending out healing energy. So just see in your mind's eye those you wish to bathe in this healing energy. And then we're also bringing in a little girl who's on her way to have a lump checked. We're bringing in the little boy who is taking another walk with leukemia. And we're bringing in the woman who had a double lung transplant and is kicking ass and taking names. Oh my goodness. I think the energy's working. Keep sending. She looks awesome in her pictures. They've extubated her already, which is way ahead of schedule. They even had her up and walking. Yeah, unheard of. She's doing fabulously. The power of healing energy. We got this. And anywhere else. So I'm going to set the intention that any of the people that each of you right now are naming, my energy is going to them also. Surrounding everybody in love and light, healing energy. They subconsciously can choose to accept it or not. And if not, that energy goes where it's next best used. Anytime during the day, you can do this. Send this healing energy. Healing our world, sending it to the leaders who really are in huge need of love, good energy, guidance, etc. right now. And one more time, and right to you. Filling yourself up. Nice deep belly breaths. And now for today's card. You can keep your hands there if that feels good. Feel free. Keep the breath going. We are, again, Denise Lynn, the Sacred Forest. There's that beautiful tree with the portal. Love it, love it. And today that portal path takes us to Mystic Meadow Sanctuary. And as you look, there is a bear, a fox, and a rabbit. And the rabbit is kind of dressed like royalty. Interesting. And look at all the healing golden light floating around in there. Lots of. So, another breath. And out. Sanctuary. The creatures and mystical beings of the forest know that the meadow at the center of the woods is a safe place where one can truly relax and feel comforted. Good morning, Ange. Glad you're here. Welcome. And we've talked about this meadow, so here we are. Here we are. When you step into this luminous meadow, it is not uncommon to see animals, such as deer curled up alongside sleeping bears. Foxes and rabbits lounge side by side. Unicorns, fairies, and elves all gather in the mystical meadow. You feel relaxed, healthy, and clear. Relaxed, healthy, and clear. Breathe that in. And out. Breathing and allowing. So here's the words for us. This card appears as a reminder to replenish your inner resources. Went and sat in the park yesterday. It was awesome. There were people fishing. There was a young woman sitting on the swings, singing to herself loudly. There were people with dogs. There were people on bikes. A lot of people dwelling in the park. It was wonderful. It's time to renew your energy and make tending to your own needs a priority. I think I'm needing this little boost in the behind right now. Practice extreme self-care. Protect yourself from less than positive influences in your life. The message here is to take shelter. Retreat into your home or spend time in places and with people where you feel at home. I'm going to suggest a little bit of a tweak to this because it feels like expansiveness is also a huge piece right now. We need to not be contracting. We need to be expanding. So where are the places that allow you to feel most connected to nature, because nature is expansive, most connected to the divine because the divine is expansive? What puts you most in those places? Maybe it's sitting in a church. Maybe it's sitting overlooking, like yesterday, overlooking the Fox River. That's a big, powerful river. So that was, and you can feel the ionic energy is interesting near the water, near the river, near the water. Good morning, Teresa. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. But where do you find those places of expansion? I'm feeling the need to be in nature more. That one feels like a pull for me, which to me is inextricably connected to the divine. They are one in my world. So, but what about for you? And maybe in your home does feel that way. Where can you dwell? And know too, and I kind of pull this from some of the people who've been incarcerated, where they talk about it being a within place that they go to. Their external is pretty confined, but their internal, no one can take that away from them. So where do you go? Make a choice. Go there in your mind at least, because again, remember, your mind doesn't know the difference between you physically being somewhere and you imagining being somewhere. The response may be a little attenuated, but it's still the same response. So be there in your mind, if nothing else, right? You can do this 5 minutes at your desk if you're working, right? So here are the things. I'm going to read the previous two sentences, and then I'm going to move on to the next piece because they kind of flow together. The message here is to take shelter. Retreat into your home or spend time in places and with people where you feel at home. Mend physical objects. Organize your possessions. Heal relationships. So I have a couple of conversations I want and need to have with a few people to improve things moving forward. There is a possibility of a huge spurt of energy in the future, but unless you take this time to create foundations and nourish yourself, you may be overwhelmed by it all and miss the opportunities available to you later. So we're in training. We're in spring training. How's that? This card can also mean that blooming and expansion are at hand. I knew there was expansion in there. I just felt it. Blooming and expansion are at hand. And my tulips are up about this far. Now, yes, we're supposed to get some storms, and next week is supposed to be in the 30s, but I don't think they'll be up far enough that the snow will bother them when it comes again. So, on we go. Let's see. Flowering success awaits you. What a cool way to put it. Healing energy is growing and beautiful things are to come. Healing energy is growing and beautiful things are to come. Even just repeat that over and over. Healing energy is growing and beautiful things are to come. Healing energy is growing and beautiful things are to come. Steep yourself in it, right? The spirit of the mystic meadow says, draw nourishment from the wellspring inside you. Be a sanctuary to others. Go within and listen to the voice of your soul. Access your divine guidance. And you might be saying, well, that's all well and good, but how do I even do that? Be still. Just get still. Breathe. Pose a question. Sit with it. Sit with your shadow. No fighting your shadows. Just sit down beside your shadow, look over and go, what do you have for me? What do I need to know? What do I need to be taking a look at right here, right now? And breathe. I have all kinds of fancy techniques you can use, but breathe. That is the fundamental technique you can use for working through anything. Everything moves on the breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Thank you, Gwen, for posting that. I love that. That is awesome. I might have to put that one on a 3x5 card. That would be good. That would be a good one. If you have been struggling or pushing, take time off. Retreat, rest, and relax. And so my gears are turning because this morning I sat down at my desk and there are piles everywhere. There's a bunch of stuff that didn't get taken care of yesterday because I was doing other stuff. And I thought to myself, sitting down here feels like when I was in my 30s, raising kids, and would walk into my office and there'd be this stack of charting that I needed to do on patients that I hadn't gotten done the previous day. And I'd be there early, like 5 in the morning, so I'd have time to catch up on all the charting, get the charts back where they needed to be, and move on. Yeah, I'm done with that churn. I'm done with that churn. That churn can be for younger people. I'm done with it. But there's always stuff to do. And if you were trained like I was trained, it's do your work first, then have some fun. I think that needs to be modified. I think it now needs to be sprinkle in the work around the, what was it, rest, relaxation, and retreat. And then it says, take a vacation or embark on a retreat. So it can be a mini retreat. Like what part of what's coming to my mind today is going and sitting on the front porch, watching kids go past on their way to school, watching the traffic, just, being outside, listening to the birds, because I think the birds are going to be quite noisy today, which will be lovely. But find these little pockets of respite. Maybe it's making yourself a cup of tea and just sitting down staring out the window. Maybe it's going for a walk around the block. It doesn't have to be anything huge, but taking those little moments of respite. I think it's all the more called for right now, given the energy that we're in. This is shifting, tectonic plates are shifting. There's big upheaval here, right? So taking these small moments of respite, looking for the trees that have budded out, there are some. Just being in nature, connecting with spirit, going within, taking moments to do that. Fine, if you can't allow an hour, absolutely okay. Allow 10 minutes, whatever you need, whatever you need. Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are, including creating your own respite. Bye-bye.